What's up, guys? All right, my name is Danny. I am bringing you a full body dumbbell workout. So the way we're going to do this is it's going to be 3 series. What you can do is you can treat this as a hit series and go one after the other, or you can do 1 and 2, combination 2 on the same day. Next day, hit legs, power, more. All right. This is more for strength and movement, so adjust how you can, but we will go through everything together. Every series is about 2 or 3 rounds. We're going to stay within a 10 rep range. As we go, I'll explain to you form and how I want you to do it. All right. So we got our mat, we got our view, we got our dumbbells. All right. So first thing, always just kind of stretch it out. So legs open, and we're just going to go cross lunge. What you want to do is you want to hold a 5-second position as far as you can go, and then reach lower. So from here, I got 5, 4, releasing the muscle spindles, and then I can lower. Same thing. Treat a stretch like a workout. Hold, 3, 2, and reach. All right, we just want some arm swings. Some slow, control. What we're doing here is we're opening up the chest and we're building mobility into the shoulders. Reverse. Take your time. Okay, hands on hips. Definitely get the hips moving before we start. So just side, side, and what we're going to do is we're going to circle down and reverse. One more, reach it, and up. All right, let's start. So, first series is going to be focusing on explosive power and legs. It is from beginners to advanced, so you go at your own comfort, at your own level. So first thing we're going to start with is dumbbell swings. Now, what you want to do with this is you want to get some hip motion, okay? You want to learn how the body moves together, it flows. So the hip core connected. What you're going to do is you're going to squat, almost like grabbing a dumbbell, and what you're going to do is to galvanize the movement, you're going to thrust your core and you're going to activate your glutes. So up. Now when I go down, my hip moves with the weight, right? So just got to flow. You almost really want to try and not be mechanical on this one. And if you want to go a little harder, you can go overhead. Control and hold. And switch. So we're going to go 10 reps each side. Notice how my hip drops neutral and naturally into position. Okay, let's go 4 more. Go overhead to finish. And all right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a burpee and dumbbell squat. And to add a little difficulty to it, you can add a clean, which I'll show you. So burpee down, switch, grab, pull up. 10 reps. Now, notice, control, I'm not dropping my shoulders. Into a squat, I'm actually stabilizing into position. I'm not leaning too forward. When I come up, it's all glutes and core. And now, if you want to add a clean, just up, another squat up, and then back down. Switch, up, down. Let's go 2 more. Down. Last one. Down and finish. So that is 10 to start. Give yourself 30 seconds in between, and we're going to switch to a leg thrust. So comfortably down. So we're going to do 2 versions. First one, single leg, holding the dumbbell up. You're going to thrust. So this is strengthen glutes, hamstrings, lower back stability, and 2. Remember, we're doing 10. Controlled and up. and finish. All right, that is 3 of the first one. Give yourself a minute, and we're going to do it again for one more round before we switch. All right, dumbbell swings. So, dumbbell starts on the ground. Remember, you're going to thrust up. You're going to push with your core. 1, 2. And switch. Remember, the deep thrust, hitting your glutes, thrusting your core. 2 more, and 10. Let's go right to burpees and squats. So, 1, stabilize, up. 2. 7, almost there. 10. Okay. Take a second, get your breath back. All right, single leg hip thrust. So now on this variation, you can go a little harder if you want by bringing your leg as you drop down to the side. So it works more the outside of your glutes. You want to be able to control it and then spring it up with your hips. So this is great for your inner thighs, deep stretch, and outside activation. Three more. And 10. Okay. That is the first series. Next, we're going to go into upper body compound workouts. So give yourself a minute. We're going to do 2 rounds of these ones. We're going to start with single rows, go to chest flies, and we're going to do alternating side lunges with shoulder presses. Okay. Take 10 seconds, breathe, enjoy the sun. All right, let's do the rows. Now, we have different variations, so I'm going to show you the easiest for all you beginners. What you want to do is you want to plank, open up, you're going to twist your body slightly, right? So what you're going to do from this position, even though your shoulder is strong up, you're going to drop one knee. That's creating stability. So from here, that's your row. Now to make this more difficult, knee up. And switch. So beginners, start with your knee down. Make sure your hip and your core are aligned. If you find this to be too easy, knee up, stabilize more. Make sure your core and your hip are aligned. Keep your butt from bending back. And amazing. Okay. Now we're going to go into chest flies, but we're going to use the core to activate and stabilize. It'll work for the entire body. So, lying down, open flies. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're keeping your shoulder in its neutral spot, so when you go down, it actually opens up the exterior outside of your chest. So, legs straight. And we're gonna come up with the weight. 1. When you bring the legs down, do not touch the floor. Give yourself a second pause to feel it. Remember, shoulders pulled back, chest stays open. Activate. Two more. And one more. And up. Beautiful. Okay. And now, let's go alternating lunges. So we're going to get some legs in here with shoulders. So what we'll do is we'll focus on one at a time so we can actually get the form on this. So when you drop down, keep your hip lined up. Make sure you're not bending. Keep your knee lined up to your toe so it's a perfect hinge. Down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to explode off this. Push up with the shoulder. Take your step, lunge. Make sure you're not bending, so just go at that level you're comfortable with. 2. Seven. 8. 9. And 10. Other side. Down. So, step, slow. Make sure you're not bending forward too much. Stability with your lower back. Shoulder neutral. Power up. So 2 more. This is all about balance. Awesome. All right. Now, grab yourself 5-pound dumbbells. And we're going to finish with reverse curls. Rear delts. Chest stays open. Legs stabilize. Lower back stabilizes. Control. Going down. Try to pause. Slowly down. Seven, we got 3 more. Make sure you're breathing, because I know I am. Last one, and hold it, that extra squeeze. Slowly down, chest open, and round 1, done. Now give yourself 30 seconds, you do it again. Make sure to get as much breath in, keep moving your lymphatic system, keep moving the acid, bacteria out of the body keeps going, no inflammation. Okay, so for your rows, the first series we did it, beginners, correct? So plank, sway, hip to core lined up, knee drop, 1. Now, this gets easy, knee up. Do not move the body. This gets easy. That's when we can go right in. So, and alternate. Make sure to keep that core tight, because if you're kind of doing this, you're not doing it. So core tight, shoulders neutral, and flexion in your arms. Count it down. 4, 2. Try to go for an 8 to 10 rep. Make sure your technique, your form is precise. Never go more than anything if your technique is off. All right. Chest flies. So lying down, arms up. And go. Lift up. Keep the legs straight, keep the lower core open. 2 more. And finish. Okay, and now we're going to alternating lunges. So, you can always make it harder, switch it up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use 2 right now, and we're gonna alternate. Okay, so it makes it quicker, but again, keep your form. Shot. 1, 2. 7, 8, and 10. And reverse to finish. Give yourself a few seconds, breathe. And 10. Okay, series 2 done. We got 1 more. It's also important to understand that muscle endurance is a much stronger level of cardio because your muscles exert so much more energy. So this is a lot better than just doing a treadmill. Anything like this where you're pushing your muscles past its breaking point. Okay guys, so our last series is going to be balance, and we're going to focus on the arms with this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with forward lunge to bicep curl. This will be for beginners. All right. So when you're doing a lunge, what you want to make sure is when you drop down, most people what they do is they push back. What we're going to do is we're going to keep our hip and our core lined. So you can see how the leg stays straight. There's a natural hinge into it, and then as I come up, you can see everything stays straight. So I'm keeping the burn in my legs. What we're going to do is add a bicep curl to this. You want to be careful of the swing. You want to put as much into the bicep as possible. Let's do 5-5 so I can show you the advanced move on the next one. So, 1, 2, control, pause, up. So that's for beginners. Now you want to get harder on this, we're going to work through balance. So here's what we're doing. Doing a forward balance lunge with a bicep curl. So, knee up, down. So this is where you use the floor for leverage. When you put the weight down, you can place it. Hold yourself, give yourself a second. Coming up, 1. What we're going to do is we're going to put this down, we're going to alternate. So switch legs, up, 2. Switching. You might be a little exhausted to this point. That's why we're alternating legs. Control, go down, alternate. Last one. Okay. From here, we're going to go into a stabilized bridge with tricep extension. So, stability means that we're going to hold into our hamstrings. So it's statically holding our position, so it is working. So your hips draw up, so creates strength into your glutes and hams, stabilizes your lower back, working your core opposite muscles. Up and down. Control. 1. Keep the elbows locked to the shoulders. No movement, just rotation. What we can do to make this harder is add a twist. Palms facing down to my shoulders, back to each other. Go 4 more. And finish it. Get that squeeze. Always try to go for your max rep. Amazing. All right, next one, Romanian deadlifts, which to me is a staple. Stiff leg deadlifts. If you can do a stiff leg deadlift, you are in perfect alignment with your body. Not many people can do this without cheating. So, what we're doing is, not a regular deadlift, not locking the knees. We're going down. Notice how there's stability to my lower back. Shoulders do not pop forward. Leaning forward slightly to activate my calves and my glutes. And up. 3. Now, with this, you go down to the degree you can. If you have to slightly bend your knees just a little bit to give yourself more support, that's totally fine. Just make sure you check in with your body, your upper body especially. Make sure you're not rounding your back and you're not dropping your shoulders. 3 more. You good? And then to finish here, how you guys doing? Tricep kickbacks. 1. So what I would do here is I would get a twist to get more rotation. So palms up, twist out. 2. Keep your elbows locked. Try not to swing those arms. Shoulders neutral. 2 more. And okay, so that's the end of that. We're going to do 1 more. Remember, 2 to 3, adjust how you want. Make sure you're getting those breaths in. Oh, yeah. Feel this. It's definitely hitting me. All right, so balance forward lunge. We're going to go right to the advanced. So remember, we're alternating. You want to go with control. So hinging down, we're going to use the floor as leverage. As I come up, bicep curl, back down, but we're going to alternate. So that's where your foot goes down, you switch. Now, if this is too hard, then we go into stationary. Down, keeping your hip core lined up, bicep curl. Do not swing the arms. Notice how everything rotates, my arm stays where it is. Chest open, shoulders back. And good. Okay. Focusing on hamstrings and glutes, we're going to go into a bridge, and we're going to hit those arms. So, now everything here stabilizes. Weights, up, and and 10. Amazing. Now, Romanian deadlifts. If you feel like your balance is getting there, we can go single leg. If you're at this point, if you can take it, you could be totally exhausted. So, now the point of this is when your body drops, your leg lines up to your hip. So it's nothing like this. It's more like you really have to have that whole center control into your body. So, chest open, shoulders back. Notice I come up, everything stays lined. This takes a lot of work. So, if you're at home, have your hand on a counter and just have that control with your balance. Let's switch it. finish with remaining ones. This gives you a lot more control, so let's go 3 more. Notice how my shoulders are neutral, open chest, core stays elongated, so it means I don't shrink it. So it's always working. 1 more. And good. Give yourself a second, get that breath. We got 1 more thing. And tricep kickbacks. All right, ready? So, hinge and kick out. Okay. 11, 8, 2 more. Squeeze, hold for that 1 second, always feeling it. And 10. And that is it. Always make sure you do a cool down, and always remember this. When it comes to strength, everything is progressive, right? So you have to naturally get better at things and keep doing it. Always try to fall into a 8 to 10 rep range, and make sure above everything, you're always hitting your technique. Thanks a lot, guys.